What is up, everybody? Arthur here, arthurtut.com, and today we're continuing our deep dive into Atomic Habits by James Clear, and today we're going to be talking about falling in love with the process. Now, I also need to credit Gary Vee with this one because he talks a lot about falling in love with the process. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of people will say things like, I want to be a famous writer, or I want to be a famous actor, or I want to be, a famous footy player, or people have these like big things that they want to be, or like, I want to be TikTok famous, or I want to be YouTube famous, or I want to be the next Jenna Marbles, or like whatever it might be. People have these things that they want to become, but then they don't actually do it because they don't actually like the process of doing it, right? It's like if you want to be a writer, if you seriously want to be a writer, you have to fall in love with the process of sitting down and writing every day, right? You need to fall in love with the process of having a sheet of paper, a blank sheet of paper, and getting over that writer's block and just writing something down on the paper, even if it's like one line, even if it's like, one paragraph. But like, you just have to fall in love with that process of writing. If you want to be a writer, you've got to write. If you want to be an actor, you got to act. I am working on, let's focus that on my face right now. I am working on now building this YouTube channel. Now, it's not because I want to be like YouTube famous. I'm working on this because I find it just a really interesting platform. And I'm doing this because I want to learn about it. I'm doing this because I have a lot of ideas. As you can tell, I got a lot of books here. I've got a lot of ideas that I want to share, and I want to share them on the platform. I'm also a really big nerd, so I love to nerd out and I love to understand how systems work. So right now I am deep diving into YouTube to understand how YouTube works. Right now, for a long time, and I admitted this in another episode, was I would like, in the orders of years, right? I think I first had this idea, it's September 2020 now. I think I first had this idea to launch a YouTube channel back in 2017. In fact, I still have records of the first videos I recorded back in 2017, and I kind of started and stopped and started and stopped, and I wanted to do it, but I never seriously got into it, right? And so, just to show that I eat my own medicine, that I not only talk the talk, but I walk the walk, right now what I'm doing as I'm recording this video is I am putting aside the time to record these videos because I'm putting in my time. I'm putting in my 10,000 hours to get that experience. Because if I want to get good at YouTube, which sounds like a funny thing to get good at YouTube, but if I want to get good at YouTube, I've got to put in the time and make the videos. And for the better part of the last 3 years, I've been sitting around thinking about intellectualizing what it would be like to make YouTube videos, and what do I want to talk about, and what would be the perfect thing to say, and who would be my target audience. And I was hypothetically thinking about all these different questions, all these whatever, and I finally got to a point. I mean, really today, today is September 9th. Today is September 9th, 2020, and I'm just saying that because it feels like a pretty monumental day. But today I made the decision, I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to start recording videos. And I've actually, for about the last 30 minutes, I've sat down, and this is my fifth video I have just crunched out. Does that make any sense? But for about 30 minutes, I have just stood here and I've just blasted out these videos, one after another, after another, after another, after another. Because my goal here is to start producing video content. Not to talk about video content, or not to talk about the idea of video content, but actually get producing. And so this is where I'm going to come back to the theme of falling in love with the process. Because if I want to get good at YouTube, if I want to put these videos out for you, which are going to be helpful for you, I'm just going to tell you that. But if I want to put these videos out, I have to start practicing the process of putting these videos out. Putting in my 10,000 hours, putting in the time, doing the work, doing the 10,000 hours and doing it. But this is where falling in love with the process is important, because if I didn't love the process, I wouldn't do it. So I'm doing this now to fall in love with the process. And what I want to know now from you is, what is it that you're trying to accomplish in your life? What is the process? What are the systems that you're trying to get into your life? What are you trying to build? What are you trying to fall in love with? What are you trying to grow to? Share it down below. Put your thoughts, put your feedback, put the comments. Smash the like, smash the subscribe if you've liked this video. I've got so much more coming out for you. I'm feeling really excited, really energized right now. I'm normally a very boring person, but I feel like in this moment I'm feeling this energy, and I just want to share it with you and put this down on camera. So there's so much more coming at you, and we're going to see you real soon in the next one. Until next time.